All right. Hi, I'm Sue Duff, sci-fi and fantasy writer, and we're at the awesome Breckenridge Brewery, and you're watching Groovey.TV.
Hey, this is Groovy. I'm here with mega author Sue Duff. We're at Breckenridge Brewery talking about you're coming up on Denver Comic Con, and you write a ton. Overachiever.
Oh, well, what can I say?
So let's talk about the newest stuff. What do you got going on?
Okay, well, the fourth book in my series, Stack a Deck, just came out in February.
Let's see it.
Right here?
Let's take a look.
Yep, right there. And like the last one, Sleight of Hand, it hit the bestseller list here in Denver within the first week. So, woohoo! And
Colorado loves you.
Colorado loves me. And then Offbeat is the newest one that came out in April from Wicked Ink Books, our anthology group. And my short story in there is, well, all the short stories in there are based on how we were inspired by a favorite song. Okay. But I'm pretty twisted and dark.
So this one is more horror then?
Well, you know, there's, I don't know if it's necessarily horror, but there's a lot of death. A lot of death in this one.
Fair enough. Can you say what song you chose?
Yeah. When we had decided on the theme for that one, Prince had just died, and so I chose Manic Monday. You know, because he had written the song for the Bangles, and I primarily didn't take it so much off of the lyrics, but the title itself. Okay. So, what would happen if somebody had the ultimate mania to kill on every Monday after the stroke of midnight? And so that's pretty much what mine's about.
I think everyone has that urge at 8 a.m.
Especially on a Monday, right?
Do you remember some of the other songs that people chose?
You know, not off the top of my head, but yeah, there's some great stuff in there. And then at the end of each of our short stories, we talk about why we were inspired and how and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. And at one point, I don't know if we're still going to do it, we were thinking of trying to compile all the songs and put it out on some kind of track for the readers too. So.
Oh, that's super cool. That's a great idea. So tell me about this one.
This is the fourth book. There's only one left. In fact, I'm in the throes of writing the last one. But
the purple one.
The purple one, yes, your favorite color. But yeah, this one was great. I just got an awesome review yesterday morning from Kirkus on this one, and it's just, you know, they keep saying that the series is getting better and better as I go, and it just is still as thrilling and fun as the first book. So that's really cool. But yeah,
Kirkus is huge.
Kirkus is huge, yeah, and they've given me rave reviews on every one of them. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So.
You're like famous.
You're helping.
I try. So for people who, you know, need to get started at #1 and everything, like, what is the whole scheme of everything? Right.
Well, the whole scheme is it's set in present-day Earth, and I have a magical race of beings called the Weir, and they have secretly been holding the energies of Earth in harmony for the last 2,000 plus years. And in present day, their race is dying out. And their savior, their prophesized savior, was supposed to be born with all their combined powers, but he wasn't. And so that's my protagonist, Ian Black. He's trying to figure out, you know, what to do to make a difference with when he wasn't born with the tools he needed to do it. And unbeknownst to him, he discovers later in the first book that the Weir have turned to modern science to try to perpetuate themselves, and Mother Nature doesn't like to be fooled with, and so there's a lot of consequences to that.
Wow.
And so he not only has to figure out how to save the earth, he has to figure out how to save the earth from his own people. So yeah, it's pretty messed up. What can I say? Family issues.
He's busy. He's got a lot to do.
He's got a lot to do. Ergo, 5 books in the series.
There's little subchapters where he got a nap in.
He doesn't sleep much, and I do stress that, actually.
Got the jitters from too much coffee.
Yeah, that caffeine high.
Okay, so one thing that fascinates me, and I've asked some of your other friends working on these books, like how do you work out such good dialogue?
Good dialogue. Wow. I think that has a lot to do with your own voice as a writer. Mm-hmm. You either, capture the character by how they say things, not just about how they say it, but it's what they say. Mm-hmm. And it's a great way, I think, from a writer's standpoint, to be able to separate their characters by just simply their own dialogue. And so yeah, I've got a plethora of characters in the series, but each of them have their own personalities, and I kind of channel that while I'm typing away at my keyboard. So
do you say them out loud and stuff, see if they sound good?
Partly I do. Sometimes I do, especially if I'm trying to figure out exactly the right word to use. Other times I just hear it all. It's like it's unfolding at like a show or a movie or something in my head, which helps a lot as I'm writing, the setting and the smells and the tastes and, what he feels and, how the air is around them. So it's one of those things that you just kind of put yourself in that world as you're writing it. So, and the more vivid that is for you as a writer, the more vivid it is for the reader too.
Do you ever have to go back and go, oh, that was crap, I got to redo that?
Oh God, yeah. That's what called editing, and a lot of editing, especially because I'm not a kind of an organized plotter. I have friends who are writers, a lot of friends who like plot everything up on Post-it notes on a board, and this is going to happen, and they move their Post-it notes around. I'm more of what's called a parser as a writer, and I just sit down and just start typing, which kind of helps me keep everything in that continuous kind of story in my head and in the movie I'm creating in my thoughts. But at the same time, it causes a lot of editing and at the back end and stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of in the opposite from a lot of other people.
Well, that's cool, though. I mean, obviously it's working for you.
Apparently it is.
Rave reviews from Kirkus and other good stuff.
Right. All that good, got good clarification of, this is working.
So has Purple started yet?
Yeah, Purple has started. I'm only 3 chapters in because I started on Monday, and it's getting that, where to start thing out of the way finally. So yeah, it's going to take off here.
That's awesome.
I have to write it this summer.
Okay. Yeah. So it's going to be just huge and just like, because you're wrapping the whole thing up. It's got to be like.
Yeah, well, and it's bittersweet because I have spent the last few years with this world and these characters, and, I've come to love them and hanging out with them. And so it's going to be, it's going to be nice to finish up the series, to really have a sense of closure to this whole storyline that I've had in my head for so long. But at the same time, it's gonna be really tough to say goodbye to them.
For sure.
Yeah, so we'll see.
So do you have another set of stuff after this you're going to work on?
I've got like 3 different ideas, and I keep playing around with them in my head as to which one I'm the most motivated by. So, I kind of had to set that whole idea, those ideas aside to really focus on this last book and give it the energy it deserves. But once it's done, I'm sure my thoughts will be traveling back to, okay, which characters do I read?
So we can look forward to at least 18 more books in the other realms. That is awesome. You are the biggest overachiever ever, I swear.
There's others out there, but considering the fact I also have a full-time job on top of this, I am doing pretty good in the 2 years I've been writing, so I'm pretty proud of it.
2 years. You can like put a television set on that.
Sometimes I have to sit on top of it just to reach my computer. I'm not the tallest person in the world.
Sue Duff's height chair right there.
Right there.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're so welcome. This has been great. Thank you.
This is Groovy. I'm here with Sue Duff, the mega author of awesomeness, and purple's coming up. Well, sort of pinkish right now, but purple's coming up. See you at Denver Comic Con.
All right. Thank you. Bye.